Hi everybody, this is Sandra and Monchi at MonchiPaw. And today we are recording our very last video of 2018 and taking this as a huge opportunity to say thank you to everyone that has touched our souls this year. It's been a year filled with deep emotions. There's no way to express the emotions that I have experienced this year. I mean, if you're close to us and if you have been following us on social media like Facebook and Instagram, then you might know that January 1st for us started with the passing of my dad, Monchi's grandpa. And it's an experience that is very hard to describe. It definitely took me on a roller coaster of emotions, and there were many series of events afterwards that brought a lot of sadness and also a lot of joy, and most importantly a lot of gratitude to be here today with Monchi here, to be able to talk to you. We've been despite all the adversity that we have experienced, we've been able to bring MonchiPaw back to life, and with the sole purpose of inspire other dog parents. That's pretty much it. I don't know where this is going, but I know the reason why I do this. And maybe five years ago, I was very lost with Monchi, as she was struggling with a lot of anxiety, and I had to take her to her third surgery because she was destroying her teeth, breaking stuff in the house every time I stepped away from her. And I was very lost. And I felt very lonely also because I didn't feel like I had the right type of support around me. My friends didn't understand it. They didn't have dogs at that time. Financially, I was not in a good place, and I didn't know the right tools for training a dog. Energetically, I was very low. I was just going through a very difficult breakup back then, and not to wonder that Monchi was speaking on all this. Monchi was picking up on the emotions that brought that breakup. Monchi was picking up on my frustration and my stress of being financially unstable, and she was picking up on my loneliness, on my sadness of like feeling hopeless at that time. But there was one thing that kept me going, and it was the fact that by that time I was already working with a few life coaches that I've met throughout the years. And through the power of the sessions, I realized that I brought this to myself. I brought every single experience to myself. I didn't know better, so that was okay. I had to learn to forgive myself, but I also had to learn that just as I brought the not so great stuff, I could also bring great stuff. And that my mind was very powerful, and I just needed to learn how to better control my emotions so that I can step into that greatness that was within me and be there for myself, and eventually in that same way be there for my dog. And that's why life coaching means so much to me, because it's not like, I know it takes work, but it's the process, the whole process of talking to somebody that gets you, talking to somebody that believes in you, talking to somebody who has been maybe in your shoes or similar scenarios, and through their life experiences they can inspire you and also give you the guidance and the tools that you need to move forward in your own path or create a new one. And it was this support that eventually got me into discovering new areas of my life that I wanted to experience, and most importantly discover what I felt is my life purpose. Because back then I felt like I felt very unfulfilled in everything that I was doing, even like things like trying hobbies or like doing anything that I did. It just had no meaning. I knew there was something else to do. I knew there was a way for me to be more impactful in people's life. So when I realized that life coaching was so amazing for me, I wanted to do this for others. But at the same time, as a dog mom, being there for Monchi and learning so much about training, and picking myself up and doing this for Monchi, really understanding that the training alone didn't work unless I was in a good energetic level. If I was not vibrating at a high level, my training with Monchi didn't make any sense. When I understood that concept, everything around me changed. And at that time, I wished so hard to have met somebody that could have guided me in that direction as I was transitioning through all this struggle with my dog. I couldn't find it. I mean, I work with coaches, but they were not connecting the dots with the dog behavior. And I also met amazing dog trainers, but there were no life coaches. So that's where the idea came to. I said, okay, well, I cannot find it. At least till now, I haven't found anybody that does that like I do. And that's the beauty of all human beings. We are very unique. So even I think we all have gifts and powers. And for some reason, I feel like universe brought us all these struggles to eventually teach others how to get out of them. And it was not easy. It was hard, right, Monchi? It was very, very tough. And we spent very lonely nights training and figuring out how we can make this better, how we can make this easier, how can we find support from others, because sometimes we just couldn't do this by ourselves. And the whole journey has been a challenge that now when I look back, I realize that's what prepared me for today. And this is why now I'm here in front of camera. And despite all the adversities that I went through in my personal life this year with my dad's transition and a few other life experiences that were not really very joyful. In fact, they were quite depressive. But despite all those challenges, I decided that MonchiPaw needed to survive and that we had a message to share. And if there's even one person out there that resonates with this, that is also going through similar experiences with their dog, I want to let that person know that I've been there. I get you. I get you, understand you, and I can help you. So whether it's going to my YouTube channel and watching the videos or reading Monchi's blog, there's so much amazing information in Monchi's blog. We're promoting a new one. You just got a new one. Okay, so she just wrote a new one for December. It's called Soul Contracts, and there's also a YouTube video about that. Soul contracts and our pets, because this is what we have. We have a contract here, and we are souls. I'm a soul in the body of a human, but I have here a little soul in the body of a beautiful Chihuahua. And just like we have this amazing contract where we came together to learn from each other, and through her, I've been able to uncover a lot of greatness within me. This is what I call the self-love journey. A self-love journey of discovering ourselves, because this has been, through her, I've been learning how to better love myself, how to be more disciplined for myself, how to be more loving to myself, how to do proper self-care, how to be more respectful with my wants and my needs, how to properly express what I need and what I want, how to effectively communicate, how to surround myself with the right energy, with the right people, with the right environments, because all this benefits her as well. And how can I become a more confident woman that I can now stay in front of camera and share this with others? someone that didn't even like to be on social media. And I had to learn all this. I had to learn to speak up for Monchi when just strangers wanted to touch her because she's so cute. But just because she's so cute doesn't mean that you can touch her. If you're not asking for permission, you don't know how to properly approach a dog. I used to be very embarrassed to protect her. So she needed to protect me because she couldn't trust me, because I couldn't trust myself. And during this process, I've learned to trust myself. And by doing that, now she can trust me and I can protect her. And I can let others come to her, but at our terms and her terms. And that's a very different approach, and that's a much more mindful way to do things. And that doesn't only work for the pet and the parent relationship, but this, you can imagine, this changes you for every aspect of your life. When I communicate to clients, when I communicate with co-workers, with people, with just the external world, the way I approach relationships, the friendships that I surround myself with, the way everything that I do now in my life has a different meaning and a different approach, and the way I respond to challenges and circumstances is very differently than the way I responded before, which was way more reactive and way more anxious. Now it's a way more reflective, and I still go through the process of the emotions. Of course, there's emotions of pain. When your heart gets broken into pieces and you have to put it back together and love again and believe again and release guilt, release resentment, release anger, all those emotions we have to go through together, but you have to release them. If you don't release them, that it affects you and affects your pet. So this is the contract that we have, and this is what she talked about in the Monchi's blog. This is what I share more about in the YouTube blog that you can watch. I will add all the links below. And I know, yeah, this is a little bit of a longer video, but I thought, why not? Why not to share this? This has been our journey, and anything else? Sometimes we have this telepathic communication, but I think we're good for now. And the last thing I want to say is thank you, and we want to wish you a very, very happy 2019. May all your dreams and all your wishes come true. Embrace your loved ones, embrace your pets, be kind to all animals, and not just be kind not just to your dog or your cat or your pet, but or to your family, but be kind to all animals and be kind to all people. There's always a say that you have to take care of yourself first, and that's definitely something that I embrace now. But remember that the more we take care of ourselves, the whole purpose of taking care of ourselves is that the better we feel ourselves is the better we can be there for others. That includes people and that includes animals. And that is really, for me, what the journey of life is about. Is the greater I feel, the greater I can be there for Monchi, and the greater we can be there for you. So embrace that. Again, Happy New Year. Make it great, and we love you. Bye, everybody.